More new keys mean more new cars. Let's see what's on the key ring this week. Our first set of keys fits the totally redesigned 2004 Mitsubishi Galant midsize sedan. Sure, Mitsubishi has a new attitude, but what about their new image makes the Galant a better competitor against Camry and Accord? Well, this Galant really packs power and poise into its new generation design. Along with its enhanced twin-nostril show car styling, this Galant offers a larger V6 engine, a stiffer unibody structure, and over 100 cubic feet of interior passenger room. Indeed, the cabin is very spacious, as both wheelbase and length are longer than major competitors. Like Endeavor, a protruding center stack brings most controls closer to the users and can include automatic climate and infinity audio. The bigger 3.8-liter V6 doles out 230 horsepower, easily surpassing the previous 3 liters' 195 horsepower. And the 2004 standard 2.4-liter 4 with both variable valve timing and lift control gets a 20 horsepower boost to 160. The new Galant is offered in 4 trim levels: DS, ES, LS, and GTS. The latter catapults this 4-door from a practical family car to a bold sportmobile with V-rated tires on 17-inch rims.
Mitsubishi really seems to be making an effort to offer some competition into a segment that needs some shaking up. With the all-new Galant, they may have hit the mark. Not only is it roomy and fit for a family, but also sports more power and attitude than it's ever seen.
Prices for the versatile Galant range from about $19,000 for the DE to under $22,000 for the V6 LS to around $26,000 for the alpha male of the Galant family, the GTS. When a brand has a successful car like Cadillac has with its CTS luxury sports sedan, the challenge is to fan the fire so interest stays strong. One approach we favor is to drop some serious horsepower into a previously modestly powered chassis. And that's just what Caddy has done by adding the Corvette's LS6 V8 to the CTS and creating the explosive 2004 Cadillac CTS-V. But there's more to the CTS-V than just raw power. This is the first in a line of V-Series Euro-style tuner cars from GM's luxury division. Still, the centerpiece of the CTS-V is the aluminum LS6 pushrod V8. It pumps out an awesome 400 horsepower, over 80% more than the CTS's standard V6 powertrain. Impressive, too, is the fact Cadillac engineered the CTS platform to handle this kind of horsepower from the get-go, so only mild suspension tweaks were necessary to compensate for the big hike in power. Those handling tweaks were ironed out on Germany's famous Nürburgring. Cadillac feels that if you're preparing for battle against the finest performance sedans, you have to hone your skills in their backyard. And our first impressions are that with its near-perfect 50-50 weight balance, 4-piston Brembo brakes behind 18-inch wheels, and 6-speed manual transmission, the CTS-V is ready to take on all its more established competitors. Along with packing in the necessary hardware for the job, the V comes wrapped in the CTS's distinctive sheet metal. Styling enhancements like a mesh grille, a new gauge cluster, and satin chrome interior touches are minimal and tasteful, and it can all be yours for about $48,000, or way less than an M5 or an E55 AMG. So if you've been seeking a lot more adrenaline in a sports sedan but want to keep your money stateside, you've finally got a car that's up to the task and might even make some of your German sedan driving neighbors a bit envious. Speaking of envy, now that Bentley has split from Rolls-Royce and found new ownership with Volkswagen, it's time to bring out a vehicle that will establish what the new Bentley is all about. Well, if the new 2004 Continental GT is a hint of what's to come from the new Bentley, we couldn't be more enthralled. This new coupe is drop-dead gorgeous. From its lush chrome grille to its broad hips, the Continental GT offers a hint of Bentley's racing past while plunging full force into the future. But this car is about much more than just sexy sheet metal. Under the hood lies a 550 horsepower twin-turbocharged 6-liter W12. This is a boosted version of the engine that powers the Volkswagen Phaeton. It feeds power through a 6-speed automatic to an all-wheel drive chassis. Formula One style paddle shifters reside behind the wheels for those so manually inclined.
While designed as a grand touring car and not an all-out performance car, the Continental GT can hold its own in performance driving situations. It's got tons of power, and with the all-wheel drive, it puts the power to the pavement for a very rewarding driving experience.
Inside, drivers will find the luxurious cabin they expect in a Bentley. There's no shortage of prime wood and leather, and the overall feel is very familiar. Behind the wheel, you'll find a very cockpit-like driving position without being cramped for a true grand touring experience. A grand touring experience for a select few, that is. While Bentley plans on selling more cars than in the past, it will never be a mass-produced brand, with about 2,000 of the $150,000 coupes coming to the States starting early next year. And you can bet that we'll grab more new keys and our first impressions of the cars and trucks they start for you soon.